finished or out of statute anyways.
Okay,
read it.
Judge Angel, if you would like to come up to the podium.
Sure.
Search something.
Dude, I'm not doing any paperwork today.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Judge
Hello,
Angel.
Judge Angel.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
So, a couple of things for everyone's information.
Hi, Judge Angel.
Hi, Jimbo. Hello. So, the Department of Justice, as you guys all know, is constantly evolving, and the legislation and the laws that we follow in the city are also constantly evolving. So, I would like to remind you guys that you should not be too comfortable with the status quo, because as the days go by and as cases are heard by the Department of Justice, new case laws will be implemented. There will be new legislation put in place, and it's always an ever-evolving world that we live in. So if you are ever curious or you would like to see what case laws are being updated or created,
nothing working.
you can always go to Report 1938. You should all have access to view it when the MDT is functioning, and you can see a current list of case law that is in there. We're currently working on
There's
getting
never
it
gonna
in
be
a
a
more
senior
pronounced,
Opal.
visible, and public location for people to see, but that's where you all can go and view it for now. Now, with that being said, there is a big change that has occurred that you all need to be aware of, because it will drastically impact the way that you do your job and the way that you are all held accountable. Last night, Chief Justice Crane appointed me as the prosecutorial overseer and litigator of internal corruption by enforcers, aka the police. And I have been given special authority to pursue criminal charges against police officers who are committing criminal acts and are not having that justice sought by other police officers.
Oh God,
I would like to remind you all that as police officers, you do have the legal right to push charges on your fellow officers should they commit a criminal act. But if you fail to do so, then I will step in and I will be the one who is in charge of prosecuting you all. Now, with that said, it's highly unlikely that I will have to do my job, because I've only seen 3 to 4 cases of actual criminal acts that were left unpunished by the PD. But those 3 to 4 acts were enough for a special division to be created that will allow this action to take place to ensure that civilians have recourse should actual criminal acts be committed against them by the police department. So, if you as a police officer notice someone committing a crime and you do not feel empowered to push charges against them, you can seek me out and I will help you, and I will use my authority to assist you in pushing these charges. Now, with that said,
we're gonna be writing passenger prisons for hours like next week,
dude. Take any cases against police officers, because you are all highly esteemed. You've sworn an oath, and you all, I'm sure, do your custodial duty to take care of the citizens in Los Santos. But should an unfortunate act occur that requires criminal charges to be pressed, I will be the one in charge and overseeing that. Do you guys have any questions about that?
No.
I noticed 3 hands up, so we'll go from left to right. Jimbo.
For first question, what are the recourses when someone pushes bogus charges against me?
You can defend yourself in court.
Can I
just
sue
like
them
the
back
criminals
civilly?
that you arrest?
You were here.
You could sue for anything you want in the state. Whether your case goes anywhere is another thing.
So I could just sue random people for anything, is what you're saying?
Yes, you can. Who knows if your case will go anywhere? But yes, you could sue Jack for being an idiot. Who knows if your case will go anywhere?
That
would
that would
I'll
go
get a bit of that. I'll get a bit of that. I'll be a witness.
I'll be a witness.
Throwing that one up on the docket right now. Permission to charge
It's over for
Jack
us, guys.
for being an idiot?
That's not illegal. It's not illegal to be stupid.
Joke on you.
You're not defending that you're not an idiot, Jack.
Really, Jack? Oh, man. Oh shit.
Okay.
Just enter that as evidence.
Nothing. I don't. This is wild.
Quick question. Not on this. While you're up here, Your Honor. Would a police vehicle being stolen classify as stolen PD equipment?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
If you would like to try and push that charge against someone, I would encourage you to do so. In fact, the Department of Justice would like to encourage you guys to push charges as you see fit, whether you think that they are strictly correct or not, as long as you believe that they potentially could fit. We do enjoy hearing the cases, and we also believe that it's important that these things can be clarified and codified into law. So if there is something that you believe could be a gray area, instead of ignoring it, we would encourage you to see it in a court of law, even if you lose.
Understood.
Just to add on to that, that's like what we're referring to with the articulation, right? With your PC for charges and stuff like that. Just make sure that you can articulate. If you can articulate and make an argument for it, then, you know, a judge is going to entertain hearing it, right?
That's correct. Jack, you have a question?
What if criminals are gonna plan to paralyze the PD with that kind
It's
of
over for
thing?
us.
You know, like they're gonna like, oh, we're gonna rob this bank in this hour, and we're gonna try to sue this guy or charge this guy to not
They can
let
sue
him
you
be
for
on the
whatever
scene.
they want.
Yeah,
If charges
Jack,
are
I'm
actually
suing
to
you.
be brought against the police, there
Yeah,
needs
this
to
is-
be actual evidence
Yeah, this is PD,
pertaining to these
PD,
charges.
not criminals versus PD, Jack. That's what civil's for.
Oh,
I will say
never
that
mind.
I think I should clarify that criminals are capable of coming to me and having complaints, and if there is legitimacy to their complaints, it's very likely a criminal case could be posted against the PD. Specifically the officer in question. Yes, Nakoda.
So is this like in unison with civilian oversight, or is that just
Yes,
separate?
that's correct. I will be working hand
I
in
mean,
hand
we
with
should
the
be
civilian
fine.
oversight board. They will be
I mean,
hearing
we were
their
already
individual
told
cases,
the
and if
boys
they
would
believe
take
that
care of
charges
anyone
could
filing
be
complaints against Opal,
potential
right?
from those cases, they can bring it
So
to
we'll be
me.
fine.
I also am empowered to pursue them on my own. So theoretically, if there was someone in the police department who witnessed
I
a
have
crime
not yet. I
and
have
they
to apply
wish to
still.
pursue charges against another officer, but they do not feel empowered to do so, they can approach me, and then we can take a look at the case and see if there actual are criminal charges or if there is enough evidence to pursue those charges.
Okay. So you're basically going to be vetting all this stuff anyway for
That is-
veracity.
That is correct. I will be vetting these cases.
What if
just
a cop
because
does?
criminal
Well,
has
they
a
already
complaint
said
does
no
not
one
mean
better
that
be
you
dapping
will
her.
be criminally charged for that complaint.
Oh no, it's for sure serious stuff.
Is this felonious activity only, or will you be hearing like misdemeanors and
Misdemeanors,
24-hour
felonies,
stream,
it
like
doesn't really matter.
today?
As long as
Okay.
it's a crime, I'd be willing to entertain it.
All right.
Now, with
sounds
that
good.
said, just because
Fuck no.
there might be some gross negligence involved, or you violated some civil rights, that does not necessarily mean criminal charges would be
In the future? Oh, yeah, for
arising
sure.
from that. So, say for example, you willfully disregarded the new FOIA legislation, you would definitely be civilly liable for that, and you could be sued for damages. But that doesn't necessarily mean criminal charges will be brought against you.
Oh, we'll be fine. It'll
This
be fine.
is more so a department that empowers us to allow an external force to push charges against corrupt actions by officers that otherwise would have gone unpunished.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Opal.
You had a question?
Yeah, am I protected in the case that say I push a charge
Could you
on
speak up, please?
say I push a charge on a superior officer and they fire me? Is there anything that's like protecting me from that?
Yes, it's already in legislation. They can't fire you for.
It's the Whistleblower Act, right?
Yeah.
Right, but we
Yeah,
also
I
have
believe-
legislation that says I can be fired for any reason or no reason at all.
That is correct. However, if that did happen, I would encourage you to sue civilly because as a justice,
Hey, Megs.
we do have the power to change legislation based off of cases that are brought before us. So we can find legislation unconstitutional. We can change legislation on the fly depending on how these cases are brought about. You do have more power than you might think by bringing a case in front of a judge.
Okay, thank you.